We're talking about the topics series, and in our topics we have all these different discussions about different types of windows, cap brackets, headgear from Paulson Manufacturing. Right now we're going to talk about high temperature windows. High temperature windows are sized and designed for the most demanding of the industrial applications in this country. The windows really need to be matched with headgear and cap bracket components that are also at the same high temperature. And you can note that all of these high temperature windows that we're going to be describing today are injection molded. Injection molded shields are made directly from the resin. It's injected, the molten resin is injected into a tool that will form this optical shape, and we have a lot of advantages to making this design. The number one advantage is high quality optics. These optics are polished right into these molds. It's not the variability of sheet plastic or the variability of someone forming materials that are made from sheet. So we'll start today with the IM1 L6F. This is an injection molded shield, 9 inches top to bottom, 13 inches right to left, universal hole pattern across the top. And is typical for our injection molded shields. You can see that there's a molded in bead along the edge of the shield. This is to make a smooth edge and also to make it easier on your hand when you're to be raising and lowering the shield. The IM1 L6F is made from polycarbonate resin and is excellent for high temperature applications or high impact. It's 060 thick, and again, it's in a permanently formed condition. That's always the best for the worker, is to have the face shields to be formed. Next model is an IM9 L6F. This is a slightly different size than the previous version. It's 8 inches top to bottom and 15.5 inches right to left. The IM9 L6F it is the most popular size that we manufacture. It has the bead along the edge and a universal hole pattern across the top. If you wonder what is the model number, you'll notice that there's a label or engraving on the shields, and you can just simply look this up and then match it across either to our catalog or to our internet site. Next model is an IM9 L6FM. The medium green color, which is actually a fairly light color, you can see through it quite well, is designed to knock down glare or bright applications within the facility. Again, I've mentioned it before, it's usually best to consult with your industrial hygienist and the worker to determine exactly how dark the shield needs to be for that particular application. We're now moving to the IM9 L6FD. We have tailored not just the darkness of the shield, but the color of the green to make it so that in the steel industry and in the glass industry, where they're looking at molten materials, the color of the melt will look proper through this. The IM9 L6FD is 8 inches top to bottom, 15.5 right to left. Universal hole pattern, it's 060 thick, and it's designed to hold up in these very high heat applications. We're moving up here to the IM10 L8F. IM10 L8F is a thicker shield. The 8 stands for 0.080 thick. And this is one of the most heat resistant face shields that we manufacture for general purpose use. It's 8 inches top to bottom and 15.5 inches right to left, universal hole pattern. Has the molded in bead along the edge, always stands out as an injection molded shield when you see that. This is quite a bit heavier than the shields that we had been looking at earlier. This is an IM10 L8F CP. It's been modified to accept a chin protector. So the chin protector can be added to the bottom of the shield, and this can be used again on our headgear or our cap brackets, And most commonly, this gets used on aluminum cap brackets. This is a very heavy shield designed for the very high heat applications. And you would not use this, for example, for cutting and grinding. What you'd use this for is facing furnaces or walking up and looking into ovens. Moving to the IM10 L8FM, same size as the other previous IM10 models, except this is in a medium green color. And again, this is almost always used for furnace work, and the color is adjusted specifically to what consumers are looking for or end users are looking for when they're looking into the furnace or looking at molten glass. I've also seen guys looking at it at power plants, looking in to see the color of the where the natural gas is burning to make sure that it's burning efficiently. Now we're moving to the IM10 L8FD, fairly dark shield. Again, looking at the slag that's laying on the surface of the molten steel, needing to be up close to an annealing furnace for annealing castings from the investment casting process. That's where this type of a shield is used. It's 080 thick, 8 inches top to bottom, 15 inches right to left. You would typically see somebody wearing this face shield would also be wearing a full set of silvers or a green jacket that's used in the steel industry. Now we're going to go to the IM12-L6F. The IM12 L6F is 6 inches top to bottom, 15.5 inches right to left, and it's slotted on the bottom to accept a chin protector. I'm showing here a chin protector, and this would mount onto the bottom of the shield with cam locks. Now this shield, once that's mounted onto it, it could be used on a cap bracket, or you could use it onto a headgear. So this is an IM12 L6F showing it with the chin protector. As a note, the chin protector needs to be purchased separately to fit onto the face shield. Now we'll go to the IM12 L6FM. Again, the M is a medium green in color. It's 6 inches top to bottom, 15.5 inches right to left, universal pattern on the top, and it has the whole pattern on the bottom to accept the chin protector. I'm showing this with a clear chin protector. However, we have the chin protector in clear, black, and blue. This is the IM20-L6F. So it's 10 inches top to bottom, 20 inches right to left. It has a universal hole pattern across the top. 060 thickness, injection molded polycarbonate, has the obvious bead that wraps all the way around the edge for a smooth edge against your skin. And as I've shown previously, in this shield, if the shield was to be hit and it came down, this shape will seal down against your chest for a large impact. I'm going now to the IM20 L6FX. This is a model that has a special hole pattern here to fit an LVEX cap bracket. It's the same 10 inches top to bottom, 20 inches right to left. This unit will fit all of the Paulson models also, and many other types of headgear and cap brackets, but it has this special little notch in it right here that's designed just to fit the LVEX unit. This is an IM20 L6FM, 10 inches top to bottom, 20 inches right to left, 060 in thickness, medium green in color. It's made from polycarbonate, excellent in high heat, high temperature applications, and high impact. Now I'm showing an IM20-L6FD. The only difference of this model over the M is that it's darker. And this again needs to be determined application by application of exactly what is the color that the worker wants to work with. Our next model is the IM21 L6F. The IM21 L6F is specifically made to fit the fiber metal headgear because it has this large clearance hole to go over the pivot. 10 inches top to bottom, 20 inches right to left, universal hole pattern across the top, has the molded bead along the edge, and will directly fit that model of their headgear and their cap brackets. This is an IM21 L6FD. So it's the same size, right to left, top to bottom, same special hole pattern, so it fits the fiber metal headgear, but this one is in a dark green color. We're now moving to the IM22 L6F. The IM22 L6F has the advantage of that there are no extra openings on the side, and it's designed specifically to fit onto the cap bracket series so that it gives you the maximum amount of protection on the sides, 10 inches top to bottom, 20 inches right to left, universal hole pattern. It's 060 in thickness and has this molded bead all the way around. Same model, same size, but we're now showing this in a medium green color. The medium green color, which is actually fairly light if we were in a circumstance where there was bright light, is the advantage of it is that you can still see your surroundings very well. Our next model is the IM22 L6FD. Again, it's 10 inches by 20 inches, has the molded bead all the way around, but this is in that very dark green color. And the dark green color is for the brightest of applications. I'm now moving to another series of high temperature windows. I'll bring all of these out. These are the IM14 L12F. This is designed to go into OEM hoods that have an aluminum frame that goes around, and they commonly go by the name of a heat treat shield. This shield is 0.125 thick, very thick face shield, but it's designed for very high heat applications, and you'll notice that it does not have any holes in it. That's because of that design that fits into the aluminum frame. This is the same model again, except now it's in a medium green tint, polycarbonate. It's all injection molded. There's no bead on this shield because this shield is enclosed inside of an aluminum frame all the way around. And this is the dark green version, IM14 L12FD. Again, only used in these special heat treating hoods and will not attach to a standard headgear or face shield bracket.